Hi, my name's Aaron, and I'm going to talk about the NBodyExtreme simulation that I developed for CS61B Product 0. So I'm using this text file called goldpoints1, and this is just a file based on the planets.txt file, so you should see the similarity here. All I've done is gone ahead and added this spaceship to that file as a new body. Now, what I've done is I've added lots of different controls that you can do with the spaceship, but I only modified NBodyExtreme. There was no modification made to the body class, so this spaceship is a body just like any of these other planets. It just has a few more controls that I added in NBodyExtreme in the main method. And so initially I added just the ASDW movements where I can accelerate in any direction, but sometimes you get lost, and I can show you, you get thrown off screen and it's very hard to find yourself. So I added the H function after that, where I can hit H and reset the position and velocity of the spaceship, and I can do that as many times as I'd like. As you can see, it just goes right back to where it's supposed to be. And then I thought, why not add some functionality to reset the entire simulation? Because sometimes when you're messing around with things, these planets go flying off screen, and then you have no planets to play with. So if you hit J, everything comes back to where it was initially. And what's happening there is I'm just having my program read the text file once again to just start everything off where it initially was. So then I figured, it would be fun to be able to actually interact with these planets. So to not only have the spaceship be affected by the planets, but have the planets be affected by the spaceship a little more. And so what I realized is that the reason the planets are more or less continuing on their own orbit without regard to the spaceship is that the spaceship's mass is not large enough. So if I hit P a couple of times, I can increase the mass pretty substantially pretty quickly. And now you can see if I get close to this Earth, here, let me increase a few more times. If I get close to this Earth, it starts to veer off, right? So you can see with this Mars again, it veers off a little bit. And I can even, if I get close enough to the sun, and I increase my mass enough, which I'll do right now, I can even start to pull the sun, as you saw right there. So I just reset the whole simulation, but let me increase mass again. So you can see I'm starting to pull the sun around here. I can hit H to home my spaceship and move it out of the way, but now if I hit O and I decrease the mass a bunch, I really don't have any effect. So I stop being able to pull the sun back, right? The sun keeps going wherever it wants to go. Everything's flying off screen, and I can hit J to reset the whole thing. So I think this is pretty cool. I'll show you guys the next simulation. So I have another file, goldpoints2, and I forget what the name is of this file that I've modified. But this is another simulation. It's a little bit harder to control the spaceship here just because we have two suns and they're moving around and they're very massive. But if I increase the mass substantially, you can see that I start to be able to mess with the suns moving around, and everything goes crazy, and I'm resetting the simulation here. Now, I want to note that I didn't use anything more than the standard drawing library that we've been using anyway for this project to make this happen. There's a function called isKeyPressed, and I went on Stack Overflow, and I was able to find some key codes corresponding to each key on your keyboard. And if you use this function in conjunction with these key codes, you can detect basically any key on the keyboard being pressed, and you can use that to do something interesting with the spaceship or with the mass and resetting and whatever you want to do. And you can even do this very simple toggle controls function. That's really all I have to show you guys. Thank you for listening, and enjoy your day.